Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I am Steve,
And I am Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology Channel.
Yep. And as we mentioned, one of the things that we'd like to talk about, because we like the way things are going and the treatment and stuff, is dementia. And that's what we're talking about this morning. So
Yeah.
here we go.
And before we launch in, just want to mention real quick, we made a post, and we're going to start making posts asking questions like a yes or no question. We asked about, would you allow nanites to go in your body and heal damaged cells? And if you would like that, you just click the like button and let us know and leave a comment. So we're going to start doing that every day. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Artemis going to the moon. So our post will be about Artemis, but you're going to have to wait and see. We're not going to reveal right now.
Yep. And just, let us know if you like it and whatever comment you want to leave.
Okay, a weakening body clock and later daily energy peaks may quietly raise dementia risk. A new study, I wonder if this happened. Remember, Michelangelo was the inventor, right? He used to try and uh, awake for 2 hours, sleep for 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, in that cycle. I wonder if that contributed to dementia.
I don't know. It sounds like it would. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, a new study suggests that disruptions in the body's internal timing system may be linked to a higher risk of dementia. Research published on December 29th in Neurology, the medical journal of the American Academy of Neurology, found that people with weaker and more irregular circadian rhythms were more likely to develop dementia. One limitation of the study is that researchers did not have information on sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, which I have, which could have influenced the results. Would you like to know more?
Okay, the study also showed that activity patterns peaking later in the day rather than earlier were associated with increased risk. These findings point to a connection but do not show that the circadian rhythm changes directly cause dementia. Circadian rhythm is often described as the body's internal clock. It helps control the 24-hour sleep-wake cycle and influences many essential functions, including hormone release, digestion, and body temperature. This timing system is regulated by the brain and shaped by exposure to light. Interesting.
Ah.
Interesting.
When circadian rhythms are strong, the body stays closely aligned with the natural day night cycle. People with stable rhythms usually keep consistent sleep and activity schedules, even when routines or seasons change. Weaker rhythms are more easily disrupted by changes in light or daily schedules, leading to shifts in sleep and activity patterns throughout the year.
All right, here's a quote. Changes in circadian rhythms happen with aging, and evidence suggests that circadian rhythm disturbances may be a risk factor for neurodegenerative diseases like dementia. That's according to study author Wendy Wang, MPH, PhD of the Peter O'Toole Jr. School of Public Health at UT Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, Texas. Quote, going on with the quote, our study measured these rest activity rhythms and found people with a weaker and more fragmented rhythms and people with activity levels that peak later in the day had an elevated risk of dementia, unquote.
The study followed 2,183 adults with an average age of 79 who did not have dementia at the beginning of the research. Among the participants, 24% were Black people and 76% were white people. To track daily rhythms, participants wore small heart monitors attached to the chest for an average of 12 days. I wonder how they attached it to the chest. Did they sew it or did they glue it? I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe just a patch. I don't know.
Maybe. These devices recorded periods of rest and activity. Researchers then followed participants for about 3 years, during which 176 people were diagnosed with dementia. Wow.
Yeah.
That's less, almost 10%, maybe 9%. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, scary stuff. Researchers analyzed the monitor data using several indicators of circadian rhythm strength. One key measure was relative amplitude, which reflects the gap between a person's most active and least active periods during the day. Higher relative amplitude indicated a clearer and stronger daily rhythm.
Participants were grouped into 3 categories based on rhythm strength. Among those with the strongest rhythms, 31 of 728 people developed dementia. In contrast, 106 of the 727 people in the weakest rhythm group were diagnosed with the condition. Wow.
Yeah.
That's like 13%.
Yeah.
And the other one is like 5%. Wow.
That's a lot.
After accounting for factors such as age, blood pressure, and heart disease, researchers found that people in the weakest group had nearly 2.5 times the risk of dementia. Each standard deviation drop in relative amplitude was linked to a 54% increase in dementia risk.
Wow. That's a serious number there. The timing of daily activity also appeared to play a role. People whose activity peaked later in the afternoon at 2:15 p.m. or later faced a higher risk of dementia than those who peaked earlier between 1:11 p.m. and 2:14 p.m. I wonder how they got it down to those times. About 7% of participants in the earlier peak group developed dementia, compared with 10% in the later peak group, representing a 45% higher risk. A later activity peak may indicate a mismatch between the body's internal clock and environmental signals such as daylight and darkness.
Quote, disruptions in circadian rhythms may alter body processes like inflammation and may interfere with sleep, possibly increasing amyloid plaques linked to dementia or reducing amyloid clearance from the brain, said Wang. Future studies should examine the potential role of circadian rhythm interventions, such as light therapy or lifestyle changes, to determine if they may help lower a person's risk of dementia.
Yeah, so this person that I know that is going through this, she doesn't get out of the house much. So I wonder if that is helping or hindering. It sounds like it is probably hindering.
Yeah.
Huh.
Get out there, get some sun, even in the winter months. I wonder if people like in Seattle, when there's not a lot of sun during the year, if they have higher risk.
That's a good question. Yeah.
If you're in Seattle, let us know. Leave a comment.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the afternoon.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.